Hello everybody, I hope you all are doing well. I'm CaJuJu and this is a deck check. I'll be giving you straight up gameplay and impressions of how well each of the various games work on the Steam Deck. So I will be going over controls, graphic settings, battery life, and what I had to do to get the game to run, and whether I personally would prefer to play this game on my PC or on the Steam Deck. I won't be doing any sort of deep dive into the performance or hardware of the Steam Deck itself. I will leave the performance overlay for the FPS for you to observe as we go through this deck check. Timestamps are provided for you to get straight to the part that you are interested in, so be sure to check that out, especially if you just want to see gameplay with no commentary. So, let's get started. The game we are checking out is Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb is an action roguelike game with a colony-based management aspect to it. You have been chosen by the Red Crown to birth a new cult. What kind of cult it ends up being is up to you. You are the last lamb and you will be collecting followers during your crusades. Build your flock, destroy the non-believers, and most importantly, spread the word. Cult of the Lamb was released in August of 2022. At the time of this recording, the game's deck compatibility status is playable, which means that it checks off many verification requirements, but there are a couple that don't quite give it the full verification status. According to Steam, entering some text requires manually invoking the on-screen keyboard, and some in-game text is small and difficult to read. So the problem is just small text sometimes and on-screen keyboard not always popping up by itself. I wouldn't be surprised if this game becomes fully verified at some point if they were to update those issues. The controls for Cult of the Lamb work straight out of the box. There's little to no reason to change anything in the controller configs, but it is an option in case you want to change any inputs. Inputs can be changed within the game's settings or within Steam controller configuration. Cult of the Lamb does have an official controller layout. I did modify the controls since I needed the trackpads for mouse controls and the home key, which brings up and interacts with Reshade, which I installed to help bring out more color in games on the Steam Deck. I also didn't have an issue with inputting text, as Steam stated in their verification info box. It doesn't bring up a keyboard over the game, but it does automatically take you to an input box screen whenever you want to name your cult or name a follower. So I played Cult of the Lamb with ultra graphics settings. You are able to customize the settings to your liking, and I will show you a glimpse of what the game looks like in each of the various settings. I'll walk around the cult grounds a bit and then show a bit of roguelike gameplay for each one. Here is the ultra graphics setting. Here is the high graphics setting. Here is the medium graphics settings. Here is the low graphics setting. So by my observation, the FPS seems to generally stay the same, and the game is still pretty much looks the same on all the graphic settings. I think the game just looks slightly bitty looking. Cult of the Lamb will go between 40 to 60 FPS. Sometimes the game has little dips in frame rate, but it will generally reach 60 most of the time. So the games run smooth overall. But I feel that there could be a bit of an opportunity for more optimization since this is similar performance on my PC. So let's make a mention of the battery life for this game. But do keep in mind that battery life is dependent on your device's overall battery health, as well as other aspects such as screen brightness, the FPS limit, and the other options found in the Steam UI profile for game. So I have Cult of the Lamb running ultra graphics settings, and my Steam Deck's brightness is somewhere around the middle. The Steam's profile for the game is all set to default except for the thermal power limit, which I set to 15. With all those details, I get about 2.5 hours to 3 hours of battery life, which is a decent amount of time for this game. But there were occasions where I wish the battery life for this game was a little bit longer. Now again, keep in mind that this may vary for you. You could get more time out of your Steam Deck for Cult of the Lamb if you lower the graphic settings and also modify the Steam profiles more to your liking. I chose not to have the half rate variable shading or FSR on since it did make the game look more pixelated, so I chose just to keep those settings off. Cult of the Lamb is a game that I recommend on the Steam Deck. It truly is a lot of fun, but at the time of this recording, there are some annoying bugs that the game suffers from. The most annoying bug that I am experiencing can be seen in my playthrough videos of this game. The floor decoration will not go away even if you overwrite them with another one. Looking past that though, the controls are smooth. I don't imagine you needing to change anything in the controls, but if you do, you can easily do so in the Steam controller configurations or in the game setting. The game performs well with about 40 to 60 FPS, but it does feel like there are some random dips to 40 FPS. It could be because the game could use a few optimization updates behind the scenes, but the game is still enjoyable, and I only really notice it if I am watching my FPS overlay. Battery life for this game seems good. You can get about 2.5 to 3 hours, which can be enough time for this game, but if you want to splurge hours on the game, you will need to take a few breaks to charge your Steam Deck. So when it comes to whether I would play this game on my PC or on the Steam Deck, I would prefer to play this game on the Steam Deck. Not to say I'm not enjoying the game on the PC, but Cult of the Lamb feels like a perfect travel game. You can play this game offline, so it is perfect for long drives or flights, and it is very much enjoyable just to chill out on the couch or just lay down on the bed and play so. But let me know in the comments down below if you think otherwise, or if I missed anything you'd like to see for the next video. I'll leave some gameplay after this outro for you to watch if you just want to see gameplay without commentary. If you want to support the channel, consider leaving a tip, which will be linked in the description down below. Just remember to read the disclaimer before proceeding. Yeah, so remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and until then, I will see you all later. Goodbye.
CaJuJu.